A lot has changed with medicine and care over the last decade, and when it comes to the menopause, that also rings true, and women are looking to take control of their bodies and seeking hormone replacement. Now, here to talk all about it is Dr. Marguerite Brathwaite. Good morning, doctor.
Good morning, Elliott. How are you doing?
I'm really, really good. Obviously, you know, a super important subject. Women go through this. It happens to everyone in a relationship or outside a relationship, obviously. So there was recently some changes made to medication for hormone replacement. There was a black box that was removed from therapy. What is it? Why is that important? And what kind of significance is that going to have on women moving forward?
It's very significant because now women can feel more free and proceed with hormone replacement and stop the suffering. You know, they can now proceed without fear. There was a black box warning placed on hormone replacement back from when the Women's Health Initiative study was done in 2002. And after that study, they put on hormone replacement a risk of breast cancer, heart disease, and probable dementia. And now they removed those risks. They removed the black box warning on breast cancer. They took away the risk of cardiovascular disease and the risk of probable dementia. What they still have, though, is if you have a uterus and you take estrogen, you cannot have unopposed estrogen, so you still have to take progesterone to prevent uterine cancer. So that still remains, but it should still be there. That's
okay, so some of those barriers or fears of moving on to some of the HRT has been taken away, and you know, that pressure lifted off people.
Yeah, so now women can feel not feel so afraid to get hormone replacement. Now they can have the conversations with their healthcare providers, you know, and not be afraid that, oh, if I take hormone replacement, I'm gonna get breast cancer, you know, like. So now they can feel more confident in asking the provider about hormone replacement so they can start feeling more like themselves.
Some people may not notice a shift in how they feel, you know, like if people are losing weight, if they see themselves every day, they don't notice it, but someone might notice that change if they haven't seen them, you know, repetitively. So this is something that I think might be helpful for men out there, for partners out there. People going through premenopause or menopause, what kind of signs should people look out for? Maybe they can help their partner in making those next steps or commitments to HRT or anything else.
Exactly. Being in perimenopause and menopause is basically based on your menstrual cycle. And being perimenopausal, your menstrual cycle is going to become more irregular. And being in menopause, you have to go at least a year with no period. But with that change, as your hormones start decreasing, you start getting symptoms. And these are things that your partner may notice. You know, besides like the regular hot flashes and vaginal dryness, a lot of women get anxiety, you know, the weight gain, you know, not feeling like themselves, mood changes, sleep disturbances, you know, and the partners may be wondering, you know, why are they acting like this, or they're not sleeping well, they're always tossing and turning, and anxiety. Like, my first symptom was anxiety. It wasn't hot flashes or things like that. So, I mean, you can have bone pain, joint discomfort. There's just so many things that relate to, you know, being perimenopause and menopause.
So yeah, so if anyone watching is experiencing that, or if you're watching and your partner has experienced, you know, some of these conditions, and maybe time to come and see someone like yourself to get checked out.
Exactly.
Okay. Moving on to HRT itself. Obviously, it's something that you know, some stigma's been removed from it, or some precautionary things have been removed with the black box removal. With that in mind, there's so many different options out there. What kind of options are available to women, and who's a good candidate or who may not be a good candidate for taking some of these HRTs?
Well, you have to remember that all hormones are not created equal, and the hormones that they were talking about in the Women's Health Initiative study, we don't even use those that much anymore. So now when you're looking for hormone replacement, you should look for something that's bioidentical, something that's molecularly structured like your own. You know, so when you talk to your healthcare providers, there's so many things that you can talk about versus like the way they're administered. You can have a patch that will have a low risk of blood clotting or bypass the liver, or compounded creams or pellets, or there's just different types of bioidentical hormones that you could talk to your provider about. And then vaginal creams, you know, the best candidates are people who are right when they going through the change. Within that first 10-year period are probably the best people who are going to have the best results of hormone replacement. The further you get along, doesn't mean you can't take hormone replacement, but you need to talk to your doctor about it. You know, every person has to be individualized with their therapy. It's about hormone optimization. You got to look at each person as an individual, look at their past medical history, what their risk factors are, and develop a plan for that particular person.
So speak to your specialist, speak to your doctor about it, and obviously it's not a one-size-fits-all.
Exactly.
There are different things that can fit into different categories with your lifestyle and what kind of stage you're at as well.
Exactly.
Great news for our viewers at home. You have a special offer right now for any women out there who may want to come and see you for HRT as well.
Right. So I do specialize in hormone replacement, and we do pellet therapy. And anybody that mentions that they saw me on this segment will get $50 off on pellet therapy for the month of December.
That's awesome. We'll definitely, we're going to put that up on screen right now. We'll remind everyone of that at the end as well. Is there anything else that you might want to share with people who may feel stressed out or concerned about how they're feeling right now, or any advice about coming to see you?
I think you don't have to suffer anymore. I mean, the benefits that you can have for your heart, your bone density, your memory, the prevention of dementia, being in your right mind, and just the ability to feel like yourself again far outweighs the risk of hormone replacement therapy. And you should definitely have a conversation with your doctor about that.
Great advice. Dr. Brathwaite, thank you so much for coming in today. Guys, take advantage of the $50 discount of bioidentical pellets hormone therapy through the month of January 2026. All you have to do is mention you saw it on this segment, and for all other info, visit innovativewomenscare.com.